Hi guys, it's Kelly Lativola here, and I am back with another video for Simon's Stamp. And today we're going to be doing, using Dress Up Doxies by Newton's Nook. I just think this is the most adorable little stamp set. They all have like little costumes, and so I thought it would be fun to do a scene with the little superhero Doxie. And I, of course, have a very specific friend in mind, so I hope that she loves the card when she gets it in the mail. We're going to be concentrating mostly on the background. So I went ahead and stamped down my little superhero. And then I'm going to go ahead and just draw a little area for her, him, however you want to view it. I'm going to call it a her. For her to be sitting on. And because of perspective, I have to draw that line on the left at an angle so it looks like maybe she's standing on top of another building. And then I'm going to start doing the skyline. So I am pretty OCD when I do skylines. Normally I bust out my ruler and everything's straight, and it bothers me if it's not. And so I really tried to challenge myself to just kind of let it go and be maybe a little more cartoon and a little more imperfect. Because it doesn't have to be perfect, because even though it's not, and I freehanded it, and it came out kind of crazy looking, it's still a super cute card, and yours will be too, so don't be afraid to try something new. So you can see me doing my usual ways of laying everything out with the ruler, and then I'm gonna kind of let it go a little bit. Once I start, then I'm just like committed to it. The reason that we're concentrating mostly on the background in this video is because I had some camera problems. So the Copic coloring was basically, that section of the video was just like eaten up. My apologies. I would love to show you how I colored the little doggy superhero, but it was gone. I don't know what happened to it, but I didn't want to not share the video because I still felt like the background was pretty informative. So here I'm just, I've done a little bit of freehanding, given it a couple of just extra shapes. And then I just kind of freehanded in the windows so I could see what that would look like. I'm very, I don't know if a lot of you guys are, maybe you can see it in your head, but a lot of times I need to put it on paper to see what it's going to look like. So I masked off my little dog and I masked off my rooftop, and now I'm going to start building up that sky. And to do that, I'm using distress inks. 2 reasons. They blend super nicely, and I don't want to waste all that Copic ink. Like, I'm a cheap chicken, and if there's a better way or a more efficient way to get something done without wasting a ton of product, then that's the way I'm going to do it. I do have the Copic airbrush, but I have yet to bust it out yet. Shame on me. That would also give a super smooth background and be very cool. So maybe we'll try that on another one. So I covered the whole thing in Salty Ocean. Then I switched to Faded Jeans, and I took that up to just where the buildings are. Then the Chipped Sapphire I'm going to take up just to like where the very end of the buildings are. And then for the bottom of it, I'm going to use Black Soot. This still wasn't as dark as I wanted it to be because I wanted it to be a true silhouette. I wanted the only bright spot to be that superhero dog and her little building top there. So I did all of that, and then I removed the mask for the building because, again, trying to conserve some Copic ink, I'm going to use what's left over on the Black Soot ink blending foam, ink blending foam, and just go ahead and fill that in so that way I don't have to struggle quite so much to put the colors in. So as you can see, I removed the mask and then I did the coloring. In the background, you'll notice it's substantially more black, and it's because I took my Copic marker and just kind of filled that in, but I did leave a little bit of a halo around the edges just so you could tell the definition between the buildings. For the windows, I'm using a yellow souffle pen. They also call these embossing pens, and that's because they dry completely opaque. These are fantastic for drawing on top of scenes. This yellow one, you can use for lights. I've used the purple and the pink to do flowers on top of like green grass that I've done so that I didn't have to mask it. So these are just really great tool to have in your arsenal. I would highly recommend getting them, and they're not, like, the price point is not totally terrible. So I'm just drawing in little squares, rectangles, circles, blocks, whatever to fill those in. And then I'm going to go ahead and do my sentiment. I decided that I wanted to heat emboss it because I wanted it to pop off of that dark background. So I use my embossing buddy, and then I'm going to stamp the Your Super sentiment in the top left-hand corner. I just felt like it would kind of fill that in, and it wouldn't take away anything from my little dog. And then I'm using white embossing powder from Simon Says Stamp. And then when I heat emboss, I heat the whole page. You'll see me moving around quite a bit. And if you heat the whole area equally, it substantially lessens the warping that you have on your paper. I added a couple of clear rhinestones just to kind of tie in the tinier sentiment to the dog, so it kind of leads your eye. And then I'm just using a white gel pen to kind of dot in some stars in the background, and then doing just a couple of little star bursts as well. So even though it's a hand-drawn, totally imperfect background, I still think it's a totally super cute card. None of my cards are complete without shimmer, so I am adding just to the red portion of the costume, I am adding some clear Wink of Stella, and then that's the entire card. So in the next video, I promise you there will be Copic coloring. I know that's what a lot of you watch for, but hopefully maybe you learned a little something here too. So thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.